So frustrating. Well, of course, when staff are off, schools look to supply teachers, don't they, for cover? And Joe Birchenall is the director of the Supply Room, a supply teacher agency. And as you can see, he joins us now. Joe, thank you very much for joining us. Have you seen it getting any better, or is it still just as bad for schools, just as everybody else is trying to get back to normal?
Well, I've worked in this industry for about 10 years, and yeah, we can honestly say we've never seen it as busy as it is at the moment. Schools are calling us every morning, probably dozens and dozens of schools, requesting supply teachers and teaching assistants. And while we are still able to help many of them, there's certainly some schools that we just can't help because all our teachers are either booked or they're self-isolating themselves.
So have they got plans that they're coming up with? Do they start to book in advance just in case? Like, we're going to talk to businesses later that are getting people in just in case they haven't got enough.
Yeah, a number of schools we work with are just pre-booking teachers on any days they're free, even if they don't necessarily need someone that day. They're just booking them in and finding some work for them.
Is it just COVID, do you think? Or, I mean, that seems like the elephant in the room. Or are there other problems as well?
Well, supply teachers have always been in high demand. Certainly our supply teachers are never short of work. But I think COVID has just exacerbated the problem, and it was already a very strained workforce, and it's just stretched that even further.
Of course, we heard calls from the government, didn't we, last year, for those who'd retired or left the profession. Come back, we need you. Have you found that they are coming back?
I mean, the Education Secretary called for them to return. We have seen a few come in, and they're all out working and doing fantastically well. We certainly haven't seen enough, though, to fulfil the demands that we're seeing. We desperately need more, if there's any out there.
Well, I was going to say you probably want to do a plea. How would you attract them? And they will have left for a reason, I assume. And also many of them are saying, well, to be frank, I don't want to catch COVID.
Well, I mean, here at the Supply Room, we are reacting to the situation by offering both supply teachers and teaching assistants and cover supervisors as well higher daily rates, so the pay has improved. We're not putting that cost onto schools. We can also be very flexible, so even if a teacher wants to work just a day or a couple of days a week, or maybe some mornings or afternoons, we can accommodate that, and we can provide them with work to fit around their schedules. Also say with teaching assistants, they're also in very high demand, and teaching assistants don't necessarily need any specific qualifications. So if you feel you're good working with children and you'd like to make a positive impact, then give us a call and we can help you find work in a local school.
That was a very good sell, Joe. If we were on Dragon's Den, I'd definitely be investing.
Good news.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you.
Now, more than